Okay. So what is the major difference between simple and complex tissues in plants? How are they different with each other? Yes, anyone else wants to answer this question? How are simple and complex permanent tissue different with each other? Okay, except of Tanisha and Dia, anyone else? Okay, yes, Sri Krishna.
Uh,
Yes, beta.
simple tissue consists of ground tissue and dermal tissue, whereas
Mhm.
complex tissue consists of xylem and phloem.
Okay, I think that's almost right. Okay, here what happens in case of simple tissue is they are made up of same type of cells. Okay, but in case of complex tissues, different types of cells together do a particular or a same function, right? Like for example, in case of xylem and phloem, we have seen that it is different types of the cells that work together as one unit, whether it is xylem or phloem, right? But in case of simple permanent tissue, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma, they are made up of single type of cells. That's a difference between simple and complex tissues. Yes, based on their cell wall, you have to differentiate between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. That is the main criteria. Why are they divided like that? Yes, Samriddhi.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, beta.
Ma'am, parenchyma has a thin cell wall.
Mm-hmm.
Collenchyma has a cell wall which is thickened at the corners, and
Mm-hmm.
sclerenchyma is having cell wall which is very thickened due to lignin.
Very good. I think that's a perfect differentiation between parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma based on their cell wall. So, as I mentioned, that was the criteria. Why were they divided like that? Okay. Yes, Pranam, very good. She has typed the answer also. Very nice. Okay. The function of stomata. Anyone else? I think only girls are answering, except of Sri Krishna. Rest of the boys, should I only unmute you? Yes, Siddharth, correct. Yes, correct. Yes. Okay. So since Siddharth and Yash are elders only. Okay. So Siddharth says they help in exchange of gases. Okay. And Yash says it is useful in transpiration and exchange of gases both. Okay. It's both. They are necessary for exchange of the gases and also the process of transpiration. Okay. Yes, Manoj. Yes. Now I have received your message, right? Yes. Next one still it's not been done. Yes, he will come. Have patience. Okay. I think few of the 10th question you can answer. Tissue that connects the muscle to bone in humans. Yes. Tissue that connects muscles and bone. You can send the answer. This is just one word, right? Yes, correct. The one who has sent. Diya, Tanisha and Pranamya, Amol, Siddharth, Shravana, Samriddhi, Sneha, Shraval. Good. Those are tendons which connect. He will come, Arpita. So those are tendons which connect the muscle to bones. Tissues that transport food in plants. Very good. Yes. Yash, Priyanka, Pranamya, Sneha, Shravana, Diya, Venugopal, Samriddhi, Tanisha, Amol, Diya, Naman, Siddharth, everyone correct. That is phloem. Okay. Connective tissue with fluid matrix. Good. Everyone answered it properly. Kunal, Shri Krishna, Amol, Diya, Shravana, Tanisha, Samriddhi, Manoj, everyone correct. That is blood. Okay. We are not yet talking about that, Sneha. Yes, Abhi, good evening. Yes, Pranamya, correct. Okay. We will try and see 11th question also. Okay. Identify the type of tissue in the following. Bark of tree, which tissue you find? Cork, that's a tissue. That's a tissue. Cork is a tissue? No. Have you studied that? Plant tissue. Very good. So you people have forgotten that there is something called as lateral meristem, which is present in the between the barks, which helps to increase the girth or the diameter of the plant. Okay, lateral meristematic tissue is the answer. So Pranamya, writing plant tissue is like they already are asking the bark of a tree, right? It is like, where was Gandhiji born? India. You're answering it like that. That's not an appropriate one. Okay. Okay. Then vascular bundle. What type of tissue is present in vascular bundle? Okay. Okay, I can see many answers. No, it's not a wax, it's vascular bundle. So whoever has answered it as xylem, phloem or complex tissue, it is fine. So vascular bundle comprises of both. It is xylem and phloem both. Okay. Or you can in general call them as complex permanent tissue. Okay. 1 second. We are going one by one, right? Have patience. Okay, name the regions in which parenchyma tissue is found. Where do you find the parenchyma tissue? What has the wax, man? What has the wax which will prevent the flow of water? Yes. Yes, almost all the parts, very correct. But to be precise, you can write it as like you can mention a special mention about chlorenchyma and arenchyma. Okay, yes, of course, the soft parts of the plant, leaves, xylem, phloem, everywhere it is present. Okay, but special mention you can mention about chlorenchyma and arenchyma. The parenchyma which contains chlorophyll, which helps in photosynthesis. There also you can mention that. And also a parenchyma which is found in aquatic plants. They have a large air cavities that allow them or that help them to float. That is arenchyma. Both of them also you can mention. Right? Yes. 13th question. What is the role of epidermis in plant? I think that's just one word which will describe the answer. Okay. I think Yash is very correct, and also Shravana, Tanisha, correct. Yes, Samruddhi, correct. The one word that I was expecting, very correct. Yes, Siddharth, correct. Amol, correct. What is the role of the epidermis? 13th question. Yeah. Yes, Sri Krishna. Yes. Oh, the question is about the role of epidermis in plants. Okay, you are not mentioning here about fungus. No. Yes, yes, I understand. He will come better. He will come. Yes, correct. Whatever you are telling about epidermal tissue is correct, Pranamya, correct. Okay, how does the cork acts as a protective tissue? I think this is where Yes, yes, Venugopal. This is where this role will come of the cork. Very good, Venugopal. Yes. So since cork is made out of dead cells, that becomes impervious to water, or it does not allow water. So that will help in the, yes, that will help to regulate the water loss. Very good. Yes, suberin is present in the walls of the cork cells. Very good. Yes, very good. Yes, that itself is present in the walls of the cork cells. That is why they are thick. Very good. Yes. I think last one is very easy. Okay. Yeah, they are tightly packed, closely packed. That is correct. That form a continuous layer. That is also correct. Okay. Great. Yes, here permanent tissue, simple. The other side should have been complex. Okay. So it's a misprint. So in case of simple, they have already given colon-chyma. Then the rest two we have to mention. That's parenchyma and sclerenchyma. In case of complex, it is xylem is already mentioned. That's phloem. Yes. So there are a lot of questions from the plant tissues. There are a lot of questions from the animal tissues too. Okay. So you will be learning them properly, and you have to remember the classification basis. Like as I mentioned, the thickness of the cell wall, or based on the cell wall, simple permanent tissues are divided into simple and complex. Simple are divided into three types, that is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Like that, you have to remember the base of the division. Okay, like for example, in case of meristematic, it is the location which makes the division into apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. Like that, you have to remember. So in case of animal cells also it is the same, right? Like for example, if you further study the epithelial tissues, there you will study depending on the shape of the cell, right? They are divided into squamous epithelium, columnar epithelium, right? So the basis for the division you have to remember. Okay, that will help you to study the tissues very easily. Yes, I know it's not yet been done. I just gave an example, right? Okay. Any doubts you have in whatever the portion of the tissues is completed? Did sir announce like that? No doubts. Very good, man. That means you have understood everything. Is that what it means? I think you have maths test, no, this Sunday? Yes. Okay, okay. Why don't they take the attendance? Hmm, that's a good question. You'll get an answer for that. Okay. Yes. Okay. So marking over here, the diagram of the neuron is very important. Everyone please practice it once this lesson is done. Okay. I think that's one among the most repeated questions from this lesson. Do I have pets? No, man. Since I don't live in my house, I mean, not in my native, that's why there are no pets. But yes, some of the cats move here and there, but it's not like something we have brought it and, you know, something like that. They're just around our house. Yes, Kunal, I'm still there. They're communist. Nothing like that, man. So everybody knows your blood groups then, since you have studied blood as one among the connective tissue. Everybody knows your blood group. What's your blood group then? O positive, Rashmi, very good here. Top secret, Shri Krishna, fine. That should not be a secret. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Venugopal also O positive. Yes, you're O positive. Good. AB negative, Shravana. Okay. B negative, Shri Krishna. Okay. AB positive is Kunal. A positive, Arpita. O positive, Shri Gauri. Very good. What about mine? Mine is A positive. Yes, very good, very good. But the fun fact is that yeah, you are donors, I understood. I myself have checked my blood group. So in my degree days, we had this experiment to check the blood group. So I myself have tested the blood group. But after that, I have got it the report from the other labs also, from the hospitals. But the very first time, uh, before that, there was a blood test of mine, but I don't give that much of attention to the blood group. So yeah, so after that we did. Because since it was done in a lab scale, very roughly, so that was might be a possibility of error, right? That is why the hospitals, we rely more on them, the results. Where was I born? What is RH group? Okay, that's a factor that a blood contains, on which you decide this positive and negative thing. Okay, that which we have inherited from the. See, Venugopal has given an answer for this, Kunal. Where was I born? In hospital is what he says. Yes, yes. So you will learn about it, about RH factor. Okay. You'll learn about it very soon. It's a very interesting one. Yes. Lateral meristem you want? Okay, lateral meristem is a tissue which is present, okay, which is present between the barks, that helps in the increasing the girth or the diameter of the plant. That's the function of lateral meristem. Okay. So these parallel meristem are also a type of lateral meristem. Okay. That is present in the vertical way. Okay. That also helps in the increasing the girth of the plant. But usually it is involved in the secondary growth. Yes. Naman, are you from Dharwad? Okay. Yes. Okay, fine.
Okay, yes, so I hope you can see me and hear me. Okay, so very nice. Okay, very nice. So madam was, I think, discussing the question answers. Okay, so moving on, we were yesterday doing the topic of muscular tissue. So we will just continue from where we left. Okay, so good evening, everyone. So happy evening to you all. So where did we stop yesterday? So let us see the notes. Okay, so this is the plan, okay, so which I have for you for today's class as well as tomorrow's class, okay, because I've just made this combined. So in the beginning, I hope madam did question answers discussion. Okay, so apart from this, okay, so today's special appreciation, so Samruddhi, Shravana and Pranamya, okay, so they sent their flow charts, amazing, beautiful flow chart, okay, which I have to share it with all of you. So where is the flow chart? So here is the flow chart. So where is it? So this is yesterday's flow chart. Okay, so today's flow chart also I will just show you once this gets loaded. Okay, so today I received the flow charts from them. So where is the flow chart? I will just check and I'll let you know. Okay, I'll just email it to my account and I'll just show you. Okay, but anyways, so super dedication from Samruddhi, Shravana as well as Pranamya. If you have also done, so then show me the proof. Okay, send me the flow chart to my WhatsApp number. Okay, fine. So moving on. Okay, so today I just want to ask a question. Video I'll show later. Okay, so I just want to ask a question. When I was a kid, okay, somebody told me about this organism called walking fish. Have you heard about something called walking fish? Okay, I'm just going to write here walking fish. Is there something called walking fish? If you think yes, okay, there is a fish, there's an organism, okay, so called as walking fish, you can click on the yes icon. Or if you think, sir, hey sir, how can fish walk? Fish will just swim. Okay, how can fish walk? If you think there's no such thing as walking fish, okay, then click on no icon. Because today, so we're going to see this organism, okay, walking fish. So what is this organism? So let us see that. Okay, let us see that later. Okay, but first we will continue what we were doing in yesterday's class. Okay, so that is our muscular tissue. Okay, so yesterday, so we have done all these things. Okay, connective tissue completed completely. Okay, so we started with muscular tissue. So the first one, so we were discussing about the skeletal muscles. Okay, skeletal muscles. So we wrote few points. Okay, so today we're going to continue from here. Okay, since it is attached to our skeleton, so you just name it as the skeletal muscles. Okay, the second name, that is the voluntary muscles, because these can be controlled as per our will, as per our consciousness. Okay, so however I want, I can move my hand. Okay, so as per what I think. So hence it is also considered as the voluntary muscles. Okay, so next, the third point what we wrote is the striated muscles. Okay, why is this skeletal muscles also considered as striated muscles? Is because when you look this under the microscope, okay, I'll just show you over here. So these striated muscles, so they have some striations or dark and light color band. Okay, so I'll just show you so that you understand. Okay, yes, so you can see here the striated muscles, they have this consecutive bands. Okay, so dark light, dark light. Okay, so hence because of this striation, strips like, okay, strips like dark light, dark light. Okay, so you call this as striations. Okay, so I'll just kind of show a much more detailed one. I hope you can see here. Okay, so here this is a better figure. Okay, so you see you have the dark layer, then the light layer. Okay, so dark band, light band. Okay, so like that. So since it has, you know, alternate light and dark bands or striations or strips, so we name this as striated muscle. Okay, so we'll write the reason. Okay, we'll write the reason, and then I'll show the video. Okay, which we were seeing yesterday, so that you can know much more in detail about the picture. Okay, I'm going to write here alternate light and dark. Okay, alternate light and dark bands are present. Okay, so you call this as striations. So I'll just write this, called as striations, are present. Okay, so that is the name, striated muscles. Okay, very good. So now we learned only about the names, but we have to know about the structure. Okay, so how does this skeletal muscle look like? Okay, so what is the structure of these muscles? So I will write here next regarding the structure. So these cells are long cells. Okay, so long fibers. Okay, so long cells. Okay, so next, these cells, okay, so they are not branched, unbranched. Okay, I will show the diagram so that you can understand it better. So here I just write all the points and then we'll see everything together. Okay, so long cells, unbranched. Okay, and if you look at carefully, these are in the shape of a cylinder, you know, long cylindrical shape. Okay, and the last point, okay, they have more than one nucleus. Okay, so they have more than one nucleus. So hence the name, so multinucleate. Okay, hence the name multinucleate. I will write here more than one nucleus. More than one nucleus. Okay, so very nice. So this is the structure. So it has long cells, which is unbranched. Okay, then cylindrical shape and multinucleate. Okay, so I'll write the function also. Okay, and then together we can watch in detail about completely about our striated muscles or skeletal muscles. Okay, so the last thing, so examples, or you can also mention this as, you know, where it is found, so in our body. Okay, so these are nothing but our muscles of limbs. Okay, you see your hand, leg. Okay, so your muscles of your limbs, those are example of your striated muscles or skeletal muscles. Okay, so not only this, your neck, so then etc. Because you see, whichever you can control, you see neck, I can do like this, I can do like this, I can do like this also. Okay, however I want. Okay, so whichever you can control. Okay, so you can, you know, consider those as the voluntary muscles. Okay, so now, so these are some points, so which we wrote. We'll again quickly see this point, so one by one, and then we'll watch the video together. Okay, so the first thing, three names. It has got three names: skeletal muscles, striated muscles, voluntary muscles. All of them same. Okay, three names. So why skeletal muscles? Because it is attached to the skeleton. Why voluntary muscles? Because this can be controlled as per your will. Okay. Why striated muscles? Because of the striations, that is your dark and light bands present when you look at that under the microscope. Okay, so three names. So the next thing is the structure. Okay, the next thing is the structure. So which is, how does it look like? Okay, so these are long cells, okay, which are unbranched, then cylindrical shape, as well as your multinucleate. Okay, and the examples are the muscles of our limbs as well as our neck. Okay, so willpower is nothing but your thought. Okay, your thought process or your conscious. Okay, so you can control as per you want. Okay, you see, I can do like this, like this, like this, everything. Okay, this is under my control. If you are controlling my hand, then that means my hand is not accepting my orders. Okay, so my hand I should only control. Okay, so all these are your points regarding the skeletal muscles. If you think, you know, this is too much information, welcome to biology. Biology is like this. You haven't actually seen the real biology. Okay, 11th and 12th standard, if you want to become a doctor, then you have to remember a lot of information. Okay, so that is what makes biology challenging. Okay, it is easy, but you have to remember a lot. Okay, lot of memory power should be there. You should remember a lot, and you should make up some flow charts, you know, codes or something which will help you remember easily. Okay, so that is why you know, like people who have great memory power and all, who want to, you know, do medicine as well as biologist, so they take biology because they like it. They have good memory skills. Okay, so anyways, moving on. So I'll just quickly show you the video of our skeletal muscles. Okay, and then I will go to the next topic. Okay, so I'll load the video first. Okay, and then I'll show you about the skeletal muscles. So where is the video? So video is here. Okay, yes. So I'm going to share my screen again. So watch this carefully and we'll answer one question at the end of this.
Categories. Striated muscles.
So when you go back, okay, so the first thing, so what madam said about the name. So if you look at the microscopic view, you can see that it has the alternate dark band, light band, dark band, light band. Okay, so that is why the name striated muscles. Okay, then look at the structure. You see it is in the form of cylinder. Okay, so it is in the form of cylinder. Okay, so that is why cylindrical shape. And on this, you can see some dot, 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 dot. Okay, so that is your nucleus. It has more than one nucleus. And it is all just right. They are not branched into subcategories. Okay, it is all just straight. Hence, it is your unbranched. It is your unbranched muscle fibers. Okay, notice carefully.
Bones. Hence, striated muscles are called as, that is the smooth muscles, fibers together.
Okay, so yes.
Cylindrical structure due to wrapping of the long muscle fibers together.
Okay, so all this class. Okay, so just the heading I'm writing and 1-2 points. That's all. Okay, so these are your smooth muscles. So as you saw in the video, okay, they do not have any striations. Okay, so hence the first thing, so you can write about this is unstriated muscles, because they do not have any striations. Okay, they do not have any striations, as there are no striations. There are no striations. Okay, very nice. So last point, and we'll end the class. Okay, the second point that we can write about this is involuntary muscles. You cannot control them. Okay, involuntary muscles. It does its own job as per the direction of your central nervous system. Okay, you don't control. I'm going to write here. So directly instructed by CNS. Okay, that is central nervous system. Central nervous system. Okay, so for example, okay, so there are many things, okay, that you do not control. Okay, so these are those muscles which are not under your control. What are the examples? Where is it found? What is the nature or what is the structure of these muscles? So we'll write it down in the next class. Okay, so we'll write it down in the next class. Okay, so now real quick, so you type www.kahoot.it. Okay, and on your screen, so I'll share the game pin, so you can enter the game pin and join the quiz. Okay, so fast, bega. So let us see who can join the quickest. So what is the game pin? So I'll show the game pin. So meanwhile, you type www.kahoot.it, okay, and join the website. So I'm just loading the quiz. So once the quiz gets loaded, okay, I'm going to share the game pin. Okay, so another 10 seconds. Okay, so please join fast. Okay, yes, very nice. Everybody got it correct except one of you. Okay, you please see carefully. Okay, so read the topics carefully and understand. Okay, there'll be some tricky questions like this. Please carefully notice the structure and everything. Okay, you see only the xylem parenchyma is the allied cells. Okay, so in your entire xylem. Okay, so please remember this. Okay, so very nice. So congratulations to all the winners. Okay, yes, Samruddhi, Sneha, then Dia, as well as Amok. Okay, so please keep revising your notes. Okay, see you again tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much.